Now, let's talk space, should we? Because what a night it has been. If you've just woken up this morning, well, it is back, safe and sound. After a trip round the moon, Integrity has come home.
Houston, Integrity, splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Splashdown confirmed.
Copy splashdown, waiting on VLDR.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. From the pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon, a new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete. Integrity's astronauts back on Earth.
Well, the 4 astronauts have safely returned to Earth after embarking on a historic 9-day mission around the moon for the first time in over 50 years.
Yeah, they splashed down in the Pacific 1:07 this morning, UK time. US Navy was, of course, there to meet them and get them to safety. They are all said to be fit and healthy and no doubt very happy to be back.
Well, we're joined now by the astronaut and entrepreneur, Wimmer. Thanks very much for joining us. We've said it several times this morning, but this is a historic day.
It is very much a historic day and a historic mission. What I thought was particularly interesting as well was the link from the Apollo 8 era, or the Apollo era in general, up to now. There was this kind of respect from the astronauts. Victor Glover in particular, he made a very beautiful statement thanking the legacy of the Apollo era. And also one morning they woke up and Jim Lovell from Apollo 8
oh, wow.
and Apollo 13, famously, the one that went wrong, you know, Houston, we have a problem, woke them up with a beautiful, beautiful message, wishing them best of luck. And as you remember, Jim sadly passed away last year, so somebody had the foresight to record that message and put it in. So imagine waking up in the morning to that with your heroes. For us astronauts, those are our heroes. And later in the day, Charlie Duke, Capcom on 11, Apollo 16 astronaut, also sent a beautiful message up. I mean, it was just sort of very touching as an astronaut. And Charlie in particular, who actually I happen to know quite well, we've actually done space training together, would you believe it? I've flown 0G with Charlie, and I know he's such a character and such a beautiful heart he's got. He's such a great guy. And he was the youngest. He was 36 when he went up. So he's still fresh and keen and can do space training. I mean, I did a flight with him a few years ago. That's
incredible. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, this is it's a historic mission. We talked earlier on about it being another giant leap for mankind. But, of course, you're just standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before. Now what is important is standing on these current shoulders to see what we do next.
Absolutely. One interesting thing they said, you remember, they went the furthest away we've ever gone and all that, 400,000 kilometers out, but they said, we hope this record will be broken very soon. And I thought that was beautiful. Yeah. And I think also if you listen to Jarek Isaacman, the NASA administrator, he's very keen to sort of push the boundaries now and get more and more missions. So hopefully you're going to see a whole bunch of Artemis missions going out, Artemis 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will end up spending a lot more time on the moon. We are going to have to bring a lot of kit up there and a lot of stuff up there. So there will also be some cargo flight where the bay is loaded up with stuff.
Wow.
Because not everything is there available. I know we're going to get some of the water and we can create hydrogen and oxygen, etc. But you are going to bring a lot of stuff. So lots of missions coming. But with this mission, Artemis 2 successfully completed, the runway is paved, and we can effectively get on with it. And I hope this will be a new era for space where people will be inspired, kids around the world, they would sort of get into STEM and sciences, and space has an enormous power to inspire. And when you do a big mission like this, it really transforms things.
It does seem like this mission has unlocked the interest that was perhaps missing for a little while. People have gone crazy for it on social media, watching on their televisions. Yeah, but I think people have really connected with this mission, haven't they?
They have. It's also because it's humans at the end of the day. You have all the engineering. You know, Artemis 1, that was an engineering excellence. You know, they did it. But there's no people in it. This time you have astronauts in it. There's a human connections. And you have these things that human can do. One thing is, when they passed the dark side of the moon, they were obviously taking a lot of pictures, but the human eye can see things better and the contours better. So from a science perspective, that's better. But you and I can also connect with it. And also, there was this human, beautiful, emotional touch when Jeremy Hansen, the Canadian astronaut, he said, we would like to dedicate this new crater we have found, the white new crater we have found, to Carol, who was the wife who passed away of Reed Wiseman, sadly, from cancer a few years ago. I thought that was so touching, very emotional. I mean, and you can see even the astronauts who were tough and the right stuff. Christina, she was sort of shedding a tear, and I think most of us were.
I tell you what, I mean, everyone's looking forward, and it's a long way off. I mean, this is the problem. But things like Mars, and someone got in touch this morning and said, well, why would anyone go to Mars? Because it'd be a one-way trip. Well, and at the moment, it would be a one-way trip, but that doesn't actually put some people off, does it? Because it's like something that has to be done. I mean, ideally, if you could plan a trip with a return, but people would still do it even if you couldn't.
There was actually a website some years ago that asked people, would you go on a one-way trip? And the list was huge. People actually signed up for a one-way trip. Elon Musk famously have said he wouldn't mind dying on Mars, just not on impact.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good point. It's a very good point. It's really good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.